I want to wrap this discussion up with demand curves. Right? This is a function that gives us a relationship between the price of a product or a service and how many units of that can be sold. Right? So we're going to say here P equals D of Q. Right? P stands for the price of the service. Q stands for the number of units sold. Right? And it kind of says, if you hope to sell this many units, this is what you should price them at. Right? This function, D of Q, this is the demand function. Right? And the graph of it is a demand curve. So what we expect here is that P should be a decreasing function of Q. Why would you expect that? Well, think, if you lower the price of something, you kind of expect to be able to sell more of it. And that's the case here. So, typically, your demand function or your demand curve is going to have a downward decreasing shape. So again, P is the vertical axis, Q is the horizontal axis here. So as you produce more, or as you hope to sell more things, your price needs to come down along with that. Right? And there's actually an interesting relationship between demand curves and all the stuff we were doing, which is a relationship between demand and revenue. Right? Since revenue is the number of units sold times the price per unit, we can write down revenue as just being the number of units sold times the demand function. Right? Hopefully that makes sense. And this gives you a new way to sort of look at that. And of course, you can bring this in where, if you know the cost function and the demand function for a product, then you can still try and maximize your profits by bringing in the revenue function using this equation. So hopefully that makes sense and gives you a nice way to wrap this up. And see you in the next video.